In the depths of rural Bavaria, a horrifying crime shattered the stillness of a snowy March night in 1922. At the Hinterkaifeck farm, a family of 6 was found brutally murdered, their lives cut short in an act of unfathomable brutality. This case, soaked in mystery and blood, has resisted solution for over a century, captivating the imagination of crime enthusiasts worldwide. The Hinterkaifeck murders, with their eerie setting and chilling details, serve as a dark chapter in the annals of true crime. As we delve into this enigmatic case, we seek not just answers, but also a deeper understanding of the human condition and the shadows that lurk within. On the fateful night of March 31, 1922, the Gruber family, unaware of the grim fate awaiting them, went about their evening routines. Andreas Gruber, the family patriarch, had mentioned to neighbors days before that he had discovered mysterious footprints in the snow, leading from the forest to their isolated farmhouse, yet none leading back. As darkness fell, an unknown assailant meticulously executed one of the most perplexing crimes in history. Each member of the Gruber family, along with their maid, was systematically slaughtered, leaving behind a scene of carnage and a slew of unanswered questions that haunt us to this day. The sequence of events reconstructed from the crime scene suggests a deliberate and premeditated attack, aimed to ensure no survivor could tell the tale. This calculated brutality hints at motives deeper and darker than mere theft or revenge. Days passed before the absence of the Grubers was noted by the local community. It was a neighbor, concerned by the uncollected mail and unattended livestock, who ventured into the eerie silence of the Hinterkaifeck farm. What he discovered was a tableau of horror that would scar the village's memory forever. The bodies, gruesomely bludgeoned, were found in different locations around the farm. The most disturbing detail was the meticulous positioning of the bodies, covered with hay and household items, as if the killer had staged the scene post-murder. This chilling act suggested a personal connection and a deep-seated rage directed at the family. The local police were immediately alerted, and the news of the brutal murders quickly spread, drawing shock and fear across the region. The gruesome nature of the deaths and the mysterious circumstances surrounding them ignited widespread speculation and dread. In the immediate aftermath, local authorities were faced with a crime scene that was as confounding as it was brutal. Early investigative efforts were hampered by the rural setting and the snowfall that had covered any potential evidence outside the immediate vicinity of the house. Investigators were puzzled by the lack of defensive wounds on the victims, suggesting they were taken by surprise, likely in their sleep. The murder weapon, a mattock, was later found in the barn, adding a rustic gruesomeness to the killings. Questions arose about the entry of the killer, especially intriguing given the locked doors and windows. The isolation of the farm posed significant challenges. With no witnesses and limited forensic techniques available at the time, the police relied heavily on local testimonies and the little physical evidence that could be gleaned from the crime scene. One of the most haunting elements of the Hinterkaifeck mystery is the set of footprints found in the snow, leading from the edge of the forest right up to the back door of the farmhouse. Notably, no footprints were found leaving the scene, suggesting that the perpetrator either remained on the farm or had an uncanny ability to cover their tracks. The discovery of these footprints days before the murders, as reported by Andreas Gruber to his neighbors, adds a premeditative layer to the crime. This detail has fueled numerous theories, ranging from a hidden resident in the attic to a familiar person who knew the family's routines. Analyzing the implications of these footprints, investigators speculated on the killer's knowledge of the farm layout and their familiarity with the family's daily movements. This clue pointed towards someone with close ties to the family, or someone with a meticulously crafted plan. Over the years, several suspects have been put forward, each with their own motives and opportunities. Among them was the new maid, Maria Baumgartner, whose arrival at the farm coincided with the night of the murders. However, her immediate murder upon arrival makes her involvement unlikely. Another prominent suspect was Lorenz Schlittenbauer, a neighbor and rumored to be the father of Victoria Gabriel's youngest child. His behavior during the discovery of the bodies and subsequent investigations raised suspicions, including his quick access to the house and his familiarity with the crime scene layout. Theories about the motive range from inheritance disputes to jealousy, and even to ties with occult practices. Despite extensive investigations, none of these theories have been definitively proven, leaving the case a fertile ground for speculation. The lack of clear evidence and the numerous plausible theories contribute to the enduring mystery of the Hinterkaifeck murders. Each suspect brings a different potential motive and method to the table, yet none fit perfectly into the puzzle, leaving the case as cold as the night of the murders. The brutality and meticulousness of the murders suggest a perpetrator with a complex psychological profile. This individual would likely possess a deep-seated animosity towards the family or be driven by a disturbed mind, capable of planning and executing a multi-victim homicide without leaving a trace. Comparisons can be drawn to other historical cases where killers have shown similar patterns of behavior, such as the infamous Jack the Ripper or the more modern BTK killer. These comparisons help in forming a psychological sketch that can be essential in understanding the motivations behind such heinous acts. The killer's ability to remain hidden, both physically and psychologically, suggests a high degree of cunning and familiarity with the environment, potentially indicating that this was not a random act of violence, but one of personal vendetta or psychological compulsion. The forensic approach to the Hinterkaifeck murders was rudimentary by today's standards, constrained by the technological limitations of the 1920s. The investigators collected fingerprints and other physical evidence, but the lack of sophisticated forensic tools meant that much of this evidence yielded few insights. Blood spatter patterns and the locations of the bodies were analyzed to reconstruct the sequence of the attacks. This analysis suggested that the perpetrator had a systematic approach, moving from one victim to the next with chilling precision. However, without modern DNA testing, the physical evidence at the scene could only tell part of the story. The murder weapon, a mattock, was extensively examined. The type of wounds inflicted and the force required spoke to the killer's physical strength and familiarity with farm tools, hinting at a local or someone accustomed to rural life. Yet, without the ability to link the weapon conclusively to an individual, it remained a silent witness to the atrocity. As decades passed, the Hinterkaifeck case saw numerous re-investigations, each hoping to shed new light on the dark events of 1922. Advances in forensic science prompted several re-examinations of the physical evidence, but the passage of time and the deterioration of materials have severely limited these efforts. In recent years, genetic testing has offered a glimmer of hope. Small samples from the crime scene preserved over the years have been subjected to DNA analysis. While the results have not yet provided a definitive answer, they have rekindled interest in the case and opened new avenues of inquiry. Additionally, modern profiling techniques have been applied to the case, offering new perspectives on the killer's potential psychological makeup and motives. These developments, while not conclusive, keep the case in the public eye and contribute to the ongoing dialogue around one of Germany's most mysterious unsolved crimes. The Hinterkaifeck murders have seeped into popular culture, influencing books, films, and television series. The eerie circumstances and unresolved nature of the case make it a perfect template for narratives exploring the darker side of human nature. In literature, several authors have drawn inspiration from the case, using the isolation and brutality of the murders to weave stories of suspense and horror. In film, the unsolved case has been depicted with a focus on the psychological horror of being stalked by an unseen assailant. The case's influence extends into television, where it has been featured in various true crime shows. Each portrayal attempts to unravel the mystery while captivating audiences with the chilling details of the farm and its fateful night. This cultural fascination reflects a deeper societal interest in the macabre and the unknown, and the Hinterkaifeck murders serve as a dark muse for these narratives, offering endless possibilities for interpretation and speculation. Over the years, the Hinterkaifeck murders have given rise to numerous local legends and myths, reflecting the community's attempt to make sense of the senseless. These stories range from the ghostly sightings of the murdered family members to tales of cursed lands and supernatural retributions. One prevalent legend suggests that the farm was built on a burial ground, and the murders were an act of supernatural vengeance. Another tale posits that the killer was a spectral figure, seen wandering the snow-covered fields on the night of the murders and never again. These myths serve as a lens through which the local community copes with the trauma and mystery surrounding the case. They also illustrate the human need to fill the void left by unanswered questions with stories that bring resolution, even if only in the realm of the supernatural. The Hinterkaifeck case stands alongside other infamous unsolved murders, such as the Zodiac killings in the United States and the Jack the Ripper murders in the UK. Like these cases, the Hinterkaifeck murders involve a mysterious perpetrator and a series of brutal killings that have eluded closure. What sets Hinterkaifeck apart is its combination of isolation, the complete annihilation of a single family, and the peculiarities such as the footprints in the snow. These elements provide a unique set of circumstances that differ from the urban settings and patterns seen in other famous cases. By comparing these cases, we can observe common challenges in solving such crimes, including the limits of contemporary investigative techniques and the enduring fascination with cases that remain just beyond the reach of resolution. From the outset, the media played a crucial role in shaping public perception of the Hinterkaifeck murders. Initial reports were sensational, with newspapers quick to print every rumor and speculation. This early coverage created a lasting image of the case that influenced public opinion and, potentially, the investigation itself. Over the years, the role of media has evolved, with more recent coverage focusing on investigative journalism and documentary storytelling. This shift has brought new insights to the case, although the sensational elements continue to surface, reflecting the ongoing struggle between responsible journalism and the allure of a sensational story. The media's impact on the Hinterkaifeck case is a testament to its power in shaping narrative and public interest. It serves as a reminder of the responsibilities that come with reporting on such sensitive and enduring mysteries. The enduring public interest in the Hinterkaifeck murders can be attributed to several factors. The mystery of the unsolved case, the brutal nature of the crimes, and the eerie details such as the unexplained footprints all captivate the imagination, drawing people into the enigma. This fascination is also driven by a deeper psychological attraction to the unknown and the forbidden. Unsolved mysteries like Hinterkaifeck provide a safe space to explore the darker aspects of human nature and the complexities of the human psyche. The case also resonates because it touches on universal fears of the unknown, of invasion of our personal spaces, and of random, inexplicable violence. These deep-seated fears keep the story relevant and intriguing to new generations of true crime enthusiasts. Today, the Hinterkaifeck farm no longer stands, having been demolished years after the murders to erase the physical reminder of the tragedy. The site, however, continues to attract the curious and the brave, drawn by the story's macabre details and the mystery that still shrouds the area. Visitors to the site often report a chilling atmosphere, a sense of unrest that some attribute to the tragic past of the location. Whether motivated by a fascination with true crime or drawn by darker interests, these visits underscore the profound impact that the case has had on popular imagination. The transformation of the Hinterkaifeck farm into a site of macabre tourism reflects the complex ways in which human tragedies can be commodified and remembered, often blurring the lines between respect for the victims and the lurid fascination with their fates. Current forensic and criminal experts continue to examine the Hinterkaifeck case, bringing new perspectives and techniques to bear on the old evidence. Their analyses provide valuable insights into the nature of the crime and the likely profile of the perpetrator. Experts suggest that the killer was someone with intimate knowledge of the family and the farm layout, supporting theories that the perpetrator was not a stranger. They also point to the possibility that the killer remained hidden nearby, watching the farm and its inhabitants before and after the murders, which aligns with the mysterious footprints that led to, but not away from, the house. The consensus among modern experts is that while solving the case so many years later remains a daunting task, the application of new scientific techniques may one day provide closure. Their continued interest in the case also demonstrates the broader importance of historical crimes in the field of forensic science, serving as both a challenge and a teaching tool. The field of forensic science has seen significant advancements since the time of the Hinterkaifeck murders. Today, techniques such as DNA profiling, digital footprint analysis, and enhanced forensic imaging offer new ways to approach old evidence. In the context of the Hinterkaifeck case, these technologies could potentially reveal new clues hidden in the preserved evidence. For instance, minute traces of DNA left at the scene, previously undetectable, could now be analyzed to provide insights into the perpetrator's identity. Moreover, the recreation of crime scenes using virtual reality offers a unique tool for investigators to revisit and analyze the crime from fresh angles. These technological tools not only enhance the investigation, but also bring us closer to solving mysteries that have long seemed beyond reach. The Hinterkaifeck murders remain a haunting enigma, a case wrapped in mystery and draped in the shadow of the past. Despite the passage of time and the transformation of forensic science, the whispers in the snow have yet to reveal all their secrets. This case serves as a stark reminder of the limits of human understanding and the depths of human cruelty. It challenges us to keep looking, to keep questioning, and to never forget that behind every unsolved case are the lives of those who suffered and the loved ones who continue to seek justice. As we reflect on the nature of unsolved crimes and their impact on society, the Hinterkaifeck murders remind us of the enduring human need for resolution and the relentless pursuit of truth in the face of the unknown. This essay has drawn upon a wide array of sources, from historical police reports and forensic analyses to contemporary academic studies and media accounts. These sources have been instrumental in piecing together the narrative and the analysis presented. Key references include historical case files from the Bavarian State Police, forensic analysis reports from the early 20th century and re-evaluations in the 21st century, academic papers on the psychological profiling of historical crimes, media coverage from the initial reporting period through to modern documentary re-examinations. Acknowledgements are due to the various experts, historians, and enthusiasts who have kept the story of the Hinterkaifeck murders alive, providing insights and fostering an ongoing dialogue around this chilling case. Their dedication ensures that the search for truth, no matter how elusive, continues.